Good morning, everyone. It's Kayak Cliff. It's September 28th, 2023. We're a couple days into autumn. I'm up in Damascus, Virginia, and I'm riding today on my Priority 600X. I'm riding the Virginia Creeper Trail. It's not a Halloween trail, C-R-E-E-P-E-R. It's the Creeper Trail. It's a rail trail, and it's an incline trail. So you ride up the trail on a low grade, but still enough to get your blood pumping. 17 miles up, turn around, and then it's mainly coasting down. So very highly rated trail, one that's been on my bucket list for a while. So come along with us as we explore the Virginia Creeper Trail. Now, what is the Virginia Creeper Trail? Well, it's an old railroad bed built back in the industrial area back around the 1880s, and it's been decommissioned now, and it's a rail trail. It's actually like a 34-mile trail. Goes from, I might pronounce this wrong, Avignon, Virginia, and the midpoint is Damascus, Virginia. And the end is White Top, Virginia. If I said those wrong, I'll put them in the lower thirds. But it is a descending trail largely for 34 miles. We started in Damascus because, I wanted to work out on this. So, gonna ride upgrade. Since it's a railroad bed, it should probably be around a 3% grade, but maybe it's a little bit more. I don't know. I'll let you know. But we're going to ride up it 17 miles, then ride down 17 miles to Damascus. There are bike rental stores everywhere. So if you're up here traveling in this area and you don't have a bike, no problem. Come here, they'll shuttle you, give you a nice quality bike to do this on. But today I happen to have my Priority 600X. I'll put the review for this bike in the lower thirds or down in the description box. But Priority 600X is a adventure hardtail mountain bike. You can ride cross country on this. You can do mountain biking on it. It's not dual suspension, so you're not going to get real crazy. If you do the full 34 miles, it has like around 100 railroad trestle bridges. And this section we're doing has like, I don't know, 40 something, maybe 43, 46 railroad wood trestle bridges. It's largely covered by trees. It goes up a valley of the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's absolutely gorgeous. We started at 1,900 feet. I think we end up around 3,300, 3,400 feet. So you have about, I've seen different reports, anywhere from 1,600 feet to 1,900 feet elevation change going up. So, but that's spread over 17 miles. And along the way, there's always a stream. So you can hear the constantly flowing, bubbling water. I mean, this is just gorgeous. I am so excited to be doing this with y'all. So glad you're coming along. Hey, I got my buddy John from work here, and he and his wife Jen are with me. We do a lot of different hikes or kayaks, or this is our first bike trip, so.
It's gorgeous.
What do you think about it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And there's Jen. Wave. Oh, we just crossed into the Mount Rogers National Recreation Area. So there's probably several recreation areas that you pass through on here. They say before this was a railroad in 1880, it was a trail explored by pioneers and people going west. It, you know, when you get in we're deep in the Appalachian Mountains. And when you get in the mountains like this, the trails are pretty much defined by generations and generations and centuries of travelers, because you got to follow the valleys and the creeks and the rivers and the water sources. And you know, you can't just travel over mountains. You got to use the valleys to your advantage. So these trails have been used for eons, and now it's just another type of trail. It's a rail trail. There's the river again. I now understand why there's so many trestles. It's because we're following this river the whole way, but sometimes we got to be on the left side of the river. Sometimes we got to be on the right side of the river, just because of the topography of the land. So you got to keep crisscrossing it. Boy, it makes for a beautiful ride though. Just cut through a little town here. The intersecting road is Taylor's Valley. And we kind of remember seeing a Taylor's Valley on the map, so we'll call it that. We're getting some of the first tinges of fall color. Again, first week of October. About the 3rd to 4th week of October is peak, from what I'm told. About the first 8 miles, this is the first big open field we've gotten. First bit of sun. Boy, is it pretty though. Nice little cafe along the way. What city is this?
Taylor's Valley?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Quiet. It's one of the quietest towns I've ever been in.
This is awesome. Yeah, it is in fact Taylor's Valley, and Hellbender's Cafe is a nice little place to stop. It's amazing, all these little towns, they cater to the bikers. It's obvious that biking is a big part of this these little towns economy. Really good to see. That's the smallest bridge there. The other day we did about a 5-mile hike to see waterfalls, which we do frequently here. But this 17-mile ride, you just see a ton of waterfalls. We just passed a trail marker that showed the Appalachian Trail going up the mountain here. We're actually on the Appalachian Trail now, because there'll be a place where it gets on up here further in front of us. It's one of the few, maybe it's the only, but it's one of the few areas where the Appalachian Trail is on a shared path like this. So, a bit of history here. I saw down in Damascus, Appalachian Trail goes through there as well. And like I said, Damascus caters to us bikers, as there were numerous rental places, unreal, to rent bikes. But then there were resupply outposts and stores for the through hikers for the Appalachian Trail. There it goes back into the woods. Here's where the Appalachian Trail goes back in the woods. Out of 17 miles, we're at about the 12-mile mark. And yeah, the trestles are definitely higher. Towards the end, I think the elevation kicks up a bit. And the grade's a little bit steeper. Definitely manageable. If you're riding a standard gravel bike, mountain bike, no problem. Just going to switch into a lower gear. It's definitely manageable. You just crank them out, and before you know it, you'll be at the top. This Priority 600X, it's made for this type of riding. It's also made for single track mountain bike riding as well. But it's what makes this bike unique, and you'll want to look at my review video on it. It's my 1-year review video on it. This bike is unique because it has the internal pinion gearbox designed by ex-Porsche engineers. And it's got a 600% gear ratio, which is more than even most mountain bikes. So your highs, it has a lot of high gears. I mean, a lot of low gears for going up hills, and a lot of high gears for going down hills. It's like 0 to 6 is for climbing, 7 to 8 gears is for flat, and 9, 10, 11, 12 is for downhill. And so it's an internal gearbox, maintenance free. You just change the transmission fluid in it every year or 6,000 miles. And it's also got a Gates carbon belt drive. So it's all completely belt driven. No chain. Lasts about 3 times longer than a chain. So check it out in the description box. Totally awesome bike. Everything Priority makes has internal gearing or a Gates carbon belt drive. Here's trestle number 40. Definitely climbing here. We're gaining altitude, and I think we top out at the end of this ride at around 3,200 feet, up from 1,900 feet. So definitely good elevation. I'm in the red zone on my heart rate, so between 150, 160 beats per minute. Getting a good workout here. We're an hour and 31 minutes into the ride, and we're at about 13 miles. So making good pace. Definitely, I'd say about the first 60% of the trail was very low grade, and the last 40% of the trail is manageable, but definitely a higher grade. Here's 43 trestle. But definitely a good workout. Oh yeah, get that blood pumping. We're at about the 14-mile mark, and here is Grain Cove Collective. Just go across this little bridge here, get some fresh coffee and some merino wool socks. Pretty cool. There's the Grain Cove Collective up there. Again, great place to stop if you need to get a little snack or a little coffee kick, a little caffeine kick. Got a Christmas tree farm up here on your left. Again, absolutely beautiful. You know, at Kayak Cliff, my goal is to take you out in beautiful surroundings. Either kayaking, boating, biking, camping, and even hiking. Yeah, majority of it's, at least half of it's going to be of the water type, if not more. But I tell you, just get out there, enjoy the great outdoors while you can. It's just therapeutic. It's kind of spiritual to be out here. A little like being in church on Sunday. Closer to God, closer to all that matters. I just love the peacefulness out here. But you know, challenge yourself to get out there, get to the gym on a regular basis, ride your bike on a regular basis, do something. Although it is important to build the muscles in the gym and build the heart cardiovascularly on your bike or walking or running or treadmill or whatever it is you like to do. But then when the time comes to get out and adventure, your body's up to the task. And that's my goal, is just to inspire people. I'm just an average Joe. I'm not Lance Armstrong. When my cycling abilities, I just get out there and put one foot in front of the other, or one pedal in front of the other, or one paddle in front of the other, and go. Live life, love it. Okay, that's my 10 cents. We're pulling into Green Cove here. Nice little respite here. Here's the Green Cove sign. There's the stop. You can get some provisions and a little something to eat there if you want. But I think we got about 2 more miles to the top. Okay, just clarifying here. John sped past me. He's on an e-bike though. This last 40% of the mile, you got to grind it out. Pretty good hill, but definitely very doable. But there's nothing wrong with doing it on an e-bike either. Use it to your advantage. Howdy. Look how high one of these last trestles is. I mean, we're high up here. I don't even hear a river. I think this is just a little valley. Okay, we just punched out of the woods and we're here at White Top. Oh, we are flat now. Very nice. Oh, very nice little town too. White Top, Virginia. Here's the terminus right here. Okay, we made it. We're at the top, at White Top. From Damascus, I have 18 miles up here. And elevation gained, I have 1,582 feet. So the official site I was looking at said 1,600, so that's spot on. And boy, absolutely gorgeous up here. I think the elevation, total elevation up here is like around 3,200 feet. But gonna take a little time here, have something to eat, and then we'll work our way down. So we're here at White Top and having a little bit of lunch and peanut butter and jelly, Egg McMuffins. and oh yeah, little adult beverages here. And then we're gonna get on, and the fun time begins now. It's 17 miles or 18 miles all the way back to the car. Boy, going down this thing is a hoot. It's kind of flattened out a little bit here. Well, it's definitely a downward grade all the way down. But yeah, it's a trip. It's kind of like downhill skiing in the winter. You can take a shuttle up to the top and ride down, or you can pedal up and ride down. Either way, the experience is the same going down. It's pretty cool. Well, we're back and we finished the Virginia Creeper, and boy, that's a big Kayak Cliffs thumbs up. I really like that, and I appreciate y'all watching this video. Any of the links that I described, they're in the description box, and you can also get all the links for all the products that I use and endorse at kayakcliff.com. The ride pedaling time on the saddle, pedaling time was 3 hours and 33 minutes. Elapsed time, that included all of our stops, was 5 hours and 9 minutes. And the distance was 35 miles, 35.25 miles. And the elevation gain was, just like they said, 1,612 feet above, 1,612 feet elevation gain. Again, at times it's a grind to going up, but it's definitely doable on a normal mountain bike if you're in good shape. So again, thank you for watching my videos. If you like them, please like and subscribe to my channel. I do kayaking. Gonna be doing a little bit more biking as well, camping, anything outdoors I'm doing, and I love, and I encourage you all to get out as well. So God's blessings to you and your families. I'll see you next time on a Kayak Cliff video.